Maurice Nicol, Psychological Commentaries, Volume 3, based on Nicol's work with Gurdjieff, Ouspensky, and Carl Jung. Great Amwell House, February 7, 1948, Commentary on Being, Work Idea. The work says that a man is not his size or his strength or position or wealth. It says that a man is his understanding. There are two sides to him in this respect, the side of his knowledge and the side of his being. According to their development, this forms the man's understanding. A man with great knowledge and bad being will understand very little or nothing and misunderstand very much. A man with poor knowledge and good being will again understand little, but he will understand what he knows. Theoretically, full development of knowledge and full development of being will give the fullest possible understanding. Man can have many things belonging to this subject. Man can have many other things belonging to this subject. Today, I will make some commentaries on being. Commentary follows. In a recent question, it was asked, can essence be related to being? Would it be correct to say that essence is the part of our being which can be developed? From a general point of view, the being of a mechanical man is all that he is. That is, his false personality, his imaginary I, his acquired personality with all his different contradictory I's, his attitudes, prejudices, etc., and his undeveloped child essence. In reference to being many I's or egos, the work therefore says that the being of a mechanical man is characterized by multiplicity. He is a many, not a one, but he imagines he is one and the same all the time, that this illusion is produced by imaginary I, which blinds him. This is the state of being a mechanical man. It is not real being. A conscious man has real being. Let us examine the point. In what sense can we grasp is the being of a conscious man different from that of a mechanical man? In mechanical man, that is, in every one of us, as we are, there is an absence of unity. As was just said, the being of a mechanical man, that is, the being of ourselves, is characterized by a multiplicity of different I's. But we do not notice it. We imagine we are single I. We say, I think, I feel, I wish, and so on, believing that it is the same I all the time that is acting in us. But we are quite mistaken. It is merely imagination. We imagine we have one permanent, unvarying I that acts in us. From this illusion springs the further illusion that we are unchanged and are conscious of all that we think and say and do and feel. Yes, this imaginary I dwells in the house of false personality, which is in turn built of imagination. This is an absurd yet extremely powerful form of hypnotism acting on us, which sincere, uncritical observation will begin to weaken. If so, we are beginning to awaken to a small extent as a result of our general feeling of ourselves, our feeling of I, and our relationship to ourselves and others will begin to alter. By weakening a fixed idea about ourselves, we have made little room to change it. But however absurd, this form of hypnotism is so powerful that it is comparatively rare for anyone to awaken from it. People simply will not see that it is true of themselves. They will not awaken from sleep, so they live their lives with the wrong feeling of I. They cannot for a moment grasp that man is kept asleep by different forms of hypnotism for purposes that are of no advantage to him. In any case, they're sure they are awake and fully conscious. As was said, even though they quarrel all day long, the realization that one has many different and contradictory eyes and not one real permanent eye is a step towards awakening. Why? Because a man can no longer live in an illusion produced by imaginary eye that he is one, a unity, an unvarying, constant, and inconsistent individual. Reflect, some of you, on how a man can be an angel in public, a devil at home. Would you call that a sign that he has one permanent, real, unvarying, constant, and consistent eye? Does it not mean that he has public eyes and domestic eyes and that are totally contradictory? And he has many other eyes as well, but he imagines he has only one eye, fully conscious, that controls him. Is it not rather ridiculous that even quite intelligent people cannot bear to realize this I they attribute to their being is entirely imaginary? As I said, it is an absurd illusion, but one of tremendous power, and few escape from it. One reason is that it deprives one of one's vanity to no small extent to realize that it is true. But one has to see it for oneself. To be told it is infuriating.